Jeep sales have plummeted 30% since 2018. The iconic brand is in freefall, and Stellantis seems determined to make it worse. The 2025 Gladiator is overpriced and betrays everything Jeep stands for. We're about to show you why loyal fans are jumping ship faster than ever before. Remember when Jeep was the best for cheap adventure? Those times are over. Jeep used to be a brand that off-road fans could trust without spending a lot of money. But now, Jeep is going in a totally different direction now that Stellantis is in charge. There's a story behind the numbers. Stellantis has raised Jeep prices by an amazing 50% in just 5 years. The Wrangler used to be the cheap adventure vehicle of choice, but now it costs more than $40,000 to buy one. That's more than some people make in a year. Stellantis seems set on making Jeep a high-end brand. They've added cars like the Grand Wagoneer, which doesn't seem to belong in the Jeep lineup. When did Jeep start to focus on nice leather seats and high-tech entertainment systems? Jeep was meant to be used for conquering trails and crossing rivers, not impressing valets at high-class hotels. People who buy Jeeps often aren't happy. These are people who have always stood for the brand, wearing Jeep gear with pride and waving at other Jeep drivers on the road. They feel betrayed and now are wondering if these new high-end Jeeps still give the same real Jeep experience that they fell in love with. And it's not just about price. Maintenance and repair costs are also rising, adding to owners' frustration. The reliability that Jeep was once known for has been overshadowed by complaints of expensive issues. Loyal fans are left questioning if their investment is worth it or if Jeep has simply lost its way. Things look bad when you look at the sales numbers. Stellantis said that their net income dropped by a huge 48% in the first half of 2024. That's almost half of their money. Poof, gone. It is clear that their new plan is not working. Stellantis is selling things, but people aren't buying them. So, what's really causing this huge change in Jeep's identity? That's exactly what we'll look into next. It's getting worse and worse for Jeep's reputation. People who used to be proud of being able to drive on any surface are now afraid that their cars will catch fire in the driveway. Scars and dents used to be signs of pride, but now they're just plain ugly. People, we're talking about very important safety issues here. Engine fire reports in Jeeps made between 2021 and 2023 are being looked into by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Even when the engine is turned off, these fires are still going on. 9 complaints have already been made, and 1 person has been hurt. Nearly 8,000 vehicles could be at risk. But that's not the only thing wrong with Jeep. The NHTSA thinks the fires may have something to do with the power steering pump, which is an important part for both safety and functionality. Stellantis also had to call back more than 1.46 million cars because of software problems that could mess up the electrical stability control. That's what keeps you from spinning out when the road is wet. There's more bad news. Some models of Jeep are being called back because the batteries could fail and start fires. People who own cars are being told not to charge them until the problems are fixed. It's just a mess. This situation is damaging Jeep's rugged image. What was once a badge of durability and reliability is now a source of anxiety for owners. With each new recall, confidence in the brand erodes further. Jeep's longtime fans are left asking if the vehicles they trusted to conquer trails can even survive their driveway. It's really bad for Jeep's reputation. People who used to swear by the brand are now swearing at it. It costs Stellantis a lot of money and customer trust because of these recalls and investigations. Plus, Jeep's quality scores are already going down. So, you have to wonder how much longer the brand can handle before it breaks down completely. Jeep plants used to be the center of whole towns. People lived their lives around these factories and were proud to be a part of the well-known brand. This is now being torn apart by Stellantis. Stellantis led a huge surprise on its Warren, Michigan truck assembly plant in October 2024. About 1,100 people who used to work on making the Ram 1500 Classic and the Jeep Wagoneer were let go. It could have been even worse. At first, they said that up to 2,450 jobs could be lost. But 1,100 people losing their jobs is still terrible for those families. The United Auto Workers Union is very angry. President of the UAW, Sean Fain, said that Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares was bad at managing the company and that they were not following through on last year's labor agreement. The union wants to know what the plans are for the future, but trust is at an all-time low. The scary part is that Stellantis has about 52,000 employees in the US. How many more jobs are in danger if they're going to cut over 1,000 at one plant? A lot of jobs could be lost all over the country. And the ripple effects go even deeper. Local businesses that depend on factory workers, restaurants, shops, and service providers are already feeling the squeeze. For every job Stellantis cuts, other livelihoods are indirectly put at risk. Entire towns are bracing for economic fallout with no clear recovery plan in sight. The effects aren't just felt by the workers. These Jeep plants are important to whole communities. When thousands of well-paying jobs are lost, it's bad for the economy of the entire area. Stellantis isn't just changing Jeep's image, they're also changing American lives and ways of making a living. Stellantis is putting a lot of money on Jeep's electric future. To attract younger, more eco-friendly buyers, models like the Recon and Avenger are being released. But Jeep isn't doing well in the market right now, and they have a tough battle ahead of them. It is very hard to get Jeep's diehard fans to switch to electric cars. These are people who enjoy the sound of engines and the smell of diesel. It's hard to get them to switch from their trail-tested vehicles to battery-powered ones, especially since electric cars cost about 40% more than gas-powered ones. Jeep is already having trouble with prices. There's a lot of competition right now. New companies like Rivian and Ford's F-150 Lightning are all trying to get a piece of the electric off-road market. Jeep is trying to catch up to a race that is already well underway. There is a real chance of harm. Jeep could make electric cars, but people might not buy them because they're too expensive and don't know how reliable they'll be. Or loyal fans might not like the new direction at all. This would put Jeep in a tough spot. It would be too expensive for its core customers and not innovative enough for EV fans. There is some good news though. Some experts believe that Jeep's history of off-roading could help it in the electric market. They might be able to find a unique niche if they can find the right balance between performing and being good for the environment. However, Jeep's rugged reputation will be tested. Can an EV handle the same brutal conditions as its gas-powered predecessors? Buyers expected Jeep to climb mountains, cross rivers, and endure extremes. Stellantis must ensure these vehicles prove themselves, or the Jeep name may lose its hard-earned credibility. Jeep's famous 7-slot grille is in a tough spot. Stellantis will need to work hard over the next few years to adapt this American legend to the electric age. For decades to come, Jeep's future will depend on how well they do now. Look, let's be honest here. Jeep is in a ditch because Stellantis drove it there. They lost customers because of their ridiculously high prices, had problems with quality, fired workers, and took a risky bet on electric cars. The brand's reputation is getting worse, and in the EV market, competitors are gaining ground. Will Stellantis be able to make things better for Jeep? It's a huge challenge. Concerns about quality need to be fixed, angry workers need to be calmed down, and the company needs to catch up in the electric race. It won't take a few new EVs to fix these long-standing issues, but time is running out. Customers today have more options than ever, and loyalty to brands isn't what it used to be. Stellantis needs to deliver bold, decisive changes to rebuild trust. Whether it's more affordable models, better reliability, or truly innovative EVs, Jeep must prove it still has a place in the modern garage. So, what will the 7-slot grille brand do next? Will Jeep come back or go away? It'll be very important for this off-road icon in the coming years. What do you think Jeep needs to do to stay in business and grow in the current car market? Let us know down in the comments below, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.